JJ and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Call us right now because I want to get into free food. I want to get into free food that you weren't really expecting it, but you got free food. I'll tell you why. You can also text us. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. Listen to this. There's a restaurant by my house that I used to go to all the time. It's in my area. It's in my bubble. It's not really by my house. Like I would never walk there, you know.
Yeah, you wouldn't get your steps there.
I could walk there. I would get my steps there because it's so far, but it's in my bubble. I used to go there all the time, but the guy that owned it, I think he owned it, was really mean looking and kind of grumpy. So I told Blake, my wife, I was like, I don't want to go here anymore. Although their food is really good. Their sandwiches are great. Cut to yesterday. Someone sends me a screenshot of their grease board, or what do you call like that whiteboard right there? Right now. And they write on there their specials and stuff. And someone said, if your initials are J and V, you get a free sandwich today.
Yeah. That's
I was
cool.
like, what the hell? Those are my initials. That's my son's initials, Jake. So I sent it to Jake, and I could not believe it because I feel like no one ever talks about J's and V's.
No, you don't really hear that.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why they picked those initials, is because there's not very common names, J and V.
Yeah.
So you probably don't have to give enough. But actually, that sandwich shop just went viral on TikTok about 2 months ago because of the initial thing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Well, I went there.
Yeah.
But Jake and I went, and I was like, do you guys need to see my ID? Because I am J and V. And she was, yeah, we need to see your ID. And I showed my ID, and I felt so like I won something. Like it was such a cool thing. And then I realized I'm trying not to eat bread. And I said, can I take this free sandwich into a salad? And they were like, anything on the menu.
Because wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So Jake showed his ID, and he got a sandwich, and I got this great salad, and I was all excited that I got free food.
Totally free?
Yeah, pretty wild, right?
Yeah, I would be pumped.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty
then
massive.
I said to the lady, I go, so how does this work? She goes, well, last week we didn't think we'd get anybody, and it was like Q and E.
And they got a QE?
They got a Q and E, right? So
what first name starts with Q?
Picking the letters that they think would get the least amount.
I think so.
Probably.
Either way, I was very excited to get the free sandwich. And then it reminded me that, one of my other favorite restaurants, or one of my favorite, is Over Easy, and today is Fat Tuesday. Today's Fat Tuesday.
Indeed.
And today, they actually came up with a thing where they said, if you go to any Over Easy today, and there's 17 of them, you pick any of my top 5 faves, it's free. It's free today.
Oh, that's
wild.
cool.
And it's also National Pancake Day. So like protein pancake, steak and eggs, the OG Wolf Pack, the 3 golden waffle dogs, and the fit chicken. It's free.
I know where I'm going after work.
I know.
Today now, it's free if you say that I told you or you're listening to this or whatever, right? So it's free. So I thought that was very freaking cool.
They should be overrun.
Yeah, it's today.
Yeah, they should, especially because Over Easy has one of the best espresso martinis I've ever had in my entire life.
That is not in
Highly
the 5.
recommend.
That's not in the 5
I know,
things.
but if you go, you should go and get yourself one of the 5 things and then treat yourself to an espresso martini.
It would pair well, right?
It would.
Now, I don't know if that restaurant that I went to, that sandwich shop, is it for the week? Because no, I tried just for the day. They must run out of letters.
They got to keep it moving. Well, there's a lot of letters. There's a lot of combos.
There's a lot of letters.
To get to JV, I would think would be, that's a long way down the list of combos.
I'm so glad someone sent me that because it was such a euphoric high to get a free salad. I can't explain it.
Was it good too? Was it tasty?
Yeah, it was really good.
Did you ever get like roasted for your initials, like JV? Like if I knew you had JV, I would have been like, JV, you can't make varsity, bro. What's up with you?
No, never.
You never got slammed.
No.
Now I'm going to use that for the rest of your life.
Because I was varsity. Asia. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Morning. What's up?
So, one time, pretty recently actually, I'm the new guy at my work, and I came in for a Saturday to help out. We did a couple of hours of work in the morning, and then my boss looks to me and says, all right, you're the new guy. And of course, I'm nervous, like brand new job, right? She says, pick what we're going to eat. Now, I didn't really know what to do, so I just said the most expensive place that I could think of as a joke, thinking, oh, she would ask someone else. And lo and behold, she's like, okay, yeah, we'll go. So we all went to lunch, and I got like a $40 plate, and that was really cool.
Oh, she didn't make you pay for everybody since you're the new guy? Because I would think that was the prank. You pick, but you pay for everybody.
They did say that. They were like, okay, so it's all on Asa. And I was like, oh, what? And then she was like, never mind, just kidding. Here's the card.
Oh, that's cool. That's
nice.
a cool job to do that.
Very cool, Asa. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good one, guys.
I mean, it's something different. When someone pays for it, it's different. Like, I don't know if it makes sense in my feelings. Like,
Oh, no, I get
like,
it.
I feel like I won a lottery or I won something because
Yeah.
of it. You know what I mean? Like a scavenger hunt, and I got it right.
I went to dinner actually with my girlfriends last night, and the waitress didn't make us pay for our beverages. They were just lemonades and Cokes, but we were like, what?
Exactly.
That's amazing. She's so nice.
Yeah, great.
Dude, I'm still proud of this. I went to Chipotle down the street from my house for a year. I probably didn't pay for it. I'd go once a week, and there was a gay gentleman that worked there, and he thought I was gay. And so I'd go through the line, and I'd be real nice to him. And then at the end, he'd be like, oh, don't worry about it, honey. And I'd be like, sick. And then I'd go home, and then I would be like, all right, guys, I think everybody at Chipotle thinks I'm gay. And they did. And then all of a sudden he stopped working there, and I had to pay one time, and I was like, I'm never coming back to this Chipotle.
They're like, it's $6.
It's a
Wait a minute,
rip-off.
wait a minute. I'm gay.
Yeah, dude, but I'm gay.
Did I not get this free? Vanya, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I went this past weekend to Stellar 66, and it was their 1-year anniversary. So I went with my whole family, and our bill came out to around $125. And at the end of the meal, they gave us a $125 gift card to use the next time we went.
That's pretty awesome.
Cool.
I love that place. It was so good. Have you guys ever tried it before?
No.
Never heard of it. Stella 66?
I would. Yes, it's also Gilbert and Baseline in the same plaza as the Fries.
Okay. Is it kind of new?
A year, Rich.
It is. It's a year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
anniversary.
very, very good though.
Well,
I
thank
would really
you.
recommend it.
Thanks for letting us know. We'll have to check it out.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good morning.
You too. All right, so today's Fat Tuesday, which means you're supposed to give something up, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Is that?
Well,
Isn't that
well,
Lent?
No, that's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That
so
starts
today,
tomorrow.
the reason Fat Tuesday exists is so that you can overindulge
Yeah.
and tear it up and eat like a psychopath, and then tomorrow you give up something.
You give up something.
So tomorrow's Lent.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's Ash Wednesday tomorrow?
Not
It's
Ass
Ash
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I said Ash Wednesday.
It didn't sound like
I
it.
wish it was Ass Wednesday tomorrow. How do we start Ass Wednesday?
That follows Fat Tuesday. It makes sense to me.
I did not say that.
No, that's what I
You
heard.
said Ass
sounded like
Wednesday.
I need to go to church.
You get it whenever you want. You get it wherever you want.
Oh my god.
So tomorrow,
Oh, what are we doing tomorrow?
It's Ass Wednesday. I'm gonna pitch that to Blake.
How did I,
I'm gonna text Blake right now. Don't forget tomorrow's Ass Wednesday.
how did I grow up in the
ready.
church and never have heard that before?
Be ready for
I heard it on the radio. Peyton said it.
Liz, all of a sudden out of nowhere. Stop right now. I'm about to go and say my prayers.
Oh man! All right, Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
This was actually very surprising, but they've been doing research on tattoos because so many people have so many tattoos now. And researchers actually found signs that tattoo ink may increase your risk of skin and lymphoma cancers. They found because tattoo ink sort of accumulates in the lymph nodes, they're particularly concerned that it may trigger chronic inflammation, which over time could lead to abnormal cell growth and increased risk of cancer. Probably still need to do a little bit more research on it, but it's like one of those things like the more you know, right? If you ever catch yourself talking to yourself, don't be embarrassed. Turns out it's actually a very good thing and you should not stop. Talking out loud helps you focus and learn tricky stuff. It also pumps you up and boosts your performance after or before a big task, gets you ready for it. They say, here's a way to enhance the talking to yourself. Either call yourself by your name or say you, as if you're talking to yourself. Here's what you need to do. You're going to kick some butt. This presentation's going to be awesome.
I love
like that.
Anytime I have a meltdown and I'm crying, I go and look in the mirror and I'm like, you are better than this. Stop crying. Get off your ass. That's totally how I am. So I love it.
See, there's a difference. Like, I don't think I talk to myself, but I'll be alone and I will be talking out loud.
Sometimes
Does that
I
make
talk-
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying, John Jay, you can have a great day today.
I know, but that's what they're saying. That's how you
Right.
can enhance it.
Because I think talking to yourself like that is
Like
weird.
Peyton's talking
in
about?
first
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
I mean,
like
it's
if
great
you
if it
say
works for you.
if you're looking in the mirror and you're like you, I think that's different than saying Peyton Whitmore. You know, like that. I feel like that would be weird. Talking in first person,
Like,
I think is weird.
I had
I think- is
I
that
had a
first-
stalker for a while. You guys know Stalker Sean?
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, he followed me to the beach in San Diego. I didn't know this. And he filmed me while I was walking on the beach. And then when he posted it and someone sent me the link, I'm talking. I'm all by myself, and I'm moving my hands and talking.
Not on the phone.
And I'm not on the phone, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's wrong with me? It sticks with me to this day. Anyway, maybe I'll post it. Anyway.
So we just had the Oscars Sunday night, and I love what McDonald's has done. They just dropped their latest commercial, which spotlights Oscar-nominated actors' go-to breakfast items. So they spotlight for Coleman Domingo. They say it's a classic McDonald's breakfast. Best Actor nominee orders the Egg McMuffin meal with bottled water, strawberry jelly, ketchup, and strawberry banana smoothie. Julia Fox has a morning sweet tooth. She orders hotcakes with a whopping 10 syrup packets and a hot chocolate with extra whipped cream. Kieran Culkin just keeps it simple. Just a small Coke for breakfast.
Like, is he in the commercial?
I think it's their orders. I haven't actually seen it, but I just saw the headline. I'm like, oh, this is pretty amazing.
Because getting
for
Kieran
McDonald's
Culkin
to
in a
do it.
McDonald's commercial after winning an Academy
I know.
Awards. But Julia Fox, is she an Academy Award winner?
I don't know.
Isn't
Well, she was at the Oscars, so I
And a
think she was
very
maybe nominated for
interesting
something.
outfit.
Her dress was like what?
I was like, ew.
It was like hair covering.
It was gross.
It was like from her hair, and it was covering the private areas. It was ugh.
Yeah, not cute.
It was very Julia Fox, though. I mean, it's very on brand for her. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Horoscope time. Peyton, what's the vibe today?
I'm telling you, your sign's toxic work habit.
877-937-1047. Calls right now to get your sign read. Lauren, good morning. What's your sign?
How about Pisces?
Pisces. Okay, just like Rich, Pisces. The work crisis magnet, that's your toxic work habit. Every day, something dramatic happens to you. Your password forgotten. Your coffee spilled. Your Wi-Fi not working. You spend half of your day lost in a daydream and the other half watching cute puppy videos instead of responding to emails. Somehow, though, people can't stay mad at you and you are the favorite in the office.
We win, Lauren.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
That's a
brother.
good one.
Cassie, good morning. What's your sign?
Gemini.
Okay, so Gemini, your toxic work habit is you are the meeting hijacker. Meetings are basically your personal TED Talk. You somehow turn a 5-minute check-in into a 45-minute deep dive, jumping from topic to topic like you're hosting a podcast. Just to piggyback off of that is your favorite phase or favorite phrase, and your coworkers know that when you say that, their lunch break just got delayed 20 minutes longer.
That's funny. Thank you.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Cassie. Thomas, good morning.
Good morning. I'm an Aries.
Okay, Aries, your sign's toxic work habit, you are the reply all menace. You don't just reply to emails, you reply all with a fiery passion. Do you actually read the full email before responding? Absolutely not. But does that stop you from sending a strongly worded message in all caps, letting the entire office know exactly how you feel? Absolutely.
Yes, that's like 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Thank you
Stop
for
that. Don't reply all.
brother.
Nobody needs to ever reply all.
Hey, Jen, what's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay, Jen, the Aquarius, your toxic work habit is you are the 2 a.m. emailer. You operate on your own schedule, which means you'll send an email at 2 a.m. like it's totally normal. Your ideas are wild, but somehow genius, and you always find loopholes in company rules. You also completely ignore the dress code, but somehow HR just lets it slide.
That's so true. I love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. What up, Mike?
What's up? Good morning, everybody. This is Mike once again, and I'm rolling with the Virgos.
Virgo, just like John Jay, you guys are the passive-aggressive post-it note bandit. You cannot not correct people when they do things inefficiently. If someone isn't organized, it physically pains you. You've left at least one passive-aggressive post-it note in the kitchen saying something like, please remember the coffee pot does not refill itself, winky face. Also, if somebody messes up a shared Google Doc, it's going to haunt you for weeks.
That's awesome. Awesome. Straight on the point right there.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Have
Thanks, Mike.
a blessed day.
Hi.
Sabrina, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo, like Peyton.
Yes. Okay, Leos, our toxic work habit is we are the CEO, but not really. We might not have a manager in our title, but we act like we run the place. Your desk is decorated like it's a shrine to you with framed photos, awards, even if they're self-given, and at least one mirror so you can check yourself out before all your meetings. And I've just got to say, I definitely have a little shrine in my office of like a corner of all the pictures of all the things that I do.
Totally. If I had a desk, that would work, but I work in an ER on a computer on wheels.
Oh, but you probably run the place too, though.
Definitely.
Thanks, Sabrina.
No, I
Thank you. Have a good day.
How about Libras?
Libra, Kyle, you are the office social butterfly. You show up to work, but do you actually work? That's up for debate sometimes. The first hour of your day is spent settling in, and the next hour is making coffee and chatting, and before you know it, it's lunch. You have a work bestie that you do everything with, and if you're not gossiping by the printer, are you even at work?
Okay.
All right, if we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjanerich.com. TikTok claims that feeding your baby a spoonful of butter will help them sleep through the night. Experts say it's nonsense, even dangerous. Butter isn't good for babies. Cops in Oklahoma released audio of a little kid that called 911 and asked for emergency donuts. What happened was the parents gave the kid an old phone to play with, but it still had that emergency thing.
Oh.
And it's pretty cute, you guys. It's cute. Listen.
Donuts. I want donuts. What is this donuts? Yes. Of course. What is these donuts? Can you tell me what kind of donuts you have? Do you have blueberry donuts? An emergency.
Anyway, cops showed up. Everything's fine.
Did they bring donuts?
I think they did the next day.
That's
They
pretty
brought it.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
In a new poll, 24% of people say they pee in the shower regularly. 12% say they do it a few times a week.
Wait, how many say they do it in the show?
24% say
That's
they
too
do it
low.
regularly.
Yeah, that's low. More
I know
people
some
do it.
people
I
are
think
lying.
people are lying. Yeah.
Happy Unique Names Day. Social Security Administration lists the top 1,000 most common names per year. So if you're way down on that list, you pretty much probably have a unique name. The 1,000th name for boys on the list is Hollis. For girls, it's Ailani. Today is Mardi Gras, which is French for Fat Tuesday. Candy sales topped $54 billion in the United States last year. $28 billion in chocolate, $22 billion in non-chocolate, $4 billion in gum.
I feel like there's more versions of candy out right now than ever before.
I just got some lemonade flavored Sour Patch Kids, and they are so good. It's like raspberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade. I got them at the gas station.
You know who's got the
They're
strong
amazing.
candy game? You would think like a convenience store, but Walgreens, legit candy
I'm sure,
aisles.
Yeah.
Someone paid $88,000 for a Cheeto that looks like a Pokemon. And I know these Pokemons are the biggest thing in the world right now. My son is completely obsessed with them. But for a Cheeto? Crazy. Guess who the highest paid actors of 2024 are?
Zendaya.
Kieran Culkin.
Zendaya and Kieran Culkin are not in the top 20.
Samuel Tom Cruise.
We have Mission Impossible.
Tom
Timothy Chalamet.
Cruise is not in the top 20.
Pedro Pascal.
Ariana Grande.
Not in the top 20.
What? Who are these people?
Well, Scarlett Johansson is 19, Jake Gyllenhaal 18, Denzel Washington, John Cena, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Channing Tatum, Will Smith, Adam Sandler did $26 million last year. Nicole Kidman did $31 million, George Clooney $31 million, Brad Pitt $32 million, Hugh Jackman $50 million, Jerry Seinfeld $60 million, Kevin Hart $81 million, Ryan Reynolds made $85 million. The Rock made $88 million. He is the number one highest paid actor.
Of
What
course.
else did he do? Other than Moana, too.
Well, that's all you need.
Oh, okay.
And maybe it also, is it like their brands and stuff like that? Maybe too? Just
Maybe.
how much
It's
they
just,
earn?
We talk about this a lot. Like, Kyle and I share TV ideas like, hey, you need to watch this show. Just give it 4 episodes, right? So now IMDb did a whole thing on how many episodes you should give certain shows to watch.
Before
funny.
you bail.
Yeah. But the problem is these are all shows that are already out. Like, I like that for new shows.
Yeah.
But, like, they say for Breaking Bad, you got to give it 6 episodes before you're in. I think you're in sooner than Friends, they say you need to give it 7 episodes before you're in. South Park, 8. Seinfeld, 16. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, 6. You know, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You got to give it 8 episodes. But those are shows that are like, you know what I mean? Like they should. I bet you it's going to go that way with Netflix. They're going to be like, because they're always looking for new stuff to do, right? They're going to probably say like, Running Point,
Binge point.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
They're gonna
This
give
is
it a
when you're
name.
binged it too.
Yeah. What do you have for life hacks, Rich?
If you would like to have your child be a genius, This is the easiest way to do it. I think this is actually great. They say, and I think a lot of people do this anyway, but when you're letting your kids watch TV, experts say leave the subtitles on. In fact, you might even switch up the languages a little bit because as they learn to read and watch the TV, they will pick up how to spell and they will pick up how to speak, and you can switch it. I don't know if you want them to learn French, switch it to French, and then they will become geniuses. But reading faster when you watch TV is a thing that they say actually happens. They'll be ahead in their reading too. Kind of cool,
Smart.
right?
Love it.
Yeah.
Peyton, you're going to have a baby someday soon. Remember that.
I mean, I always watch TV with captions on anyway,
Yeah,
so
my
that'll
kids
just
do.
be natural.
My kids
Love
do
that.
because they talk so much when the TV show's on. I'm like, turn on the captions so when you guys are mouthing over here, I can hear what's going on. Anyway, that life hack and many more can be found at johnjandrich.com.
A woman caught her husband of 17 years cheating. Where he was, who he was with, what he was doing is unbelievable. And she filmed the whole thing, and it's all live on Facebook. I'm going to play part of it for you. Text us, text JJR, and whatever you want to get into to 96893. Or call us at 877-937-1047. Second it up in less than 15 minutes. A woman in England caught her husband of 17 years and the father of their 4 children cheating in the back of his dad's work van. She posted the entire 2.5-minute video online. His pants are down through the whole thing, but there's no actual nudity. His shirt is over it. I watched the whole video, and when I say back of the van, it's like a work van. Like there's a compressor in there. There's tools, and there's a thick accent, English accent. But check this, just visually, and then think about it. And her kids, by the way, the mom, she got out of her car, and her kids are in her car. So she gets out with the camera and puts it all on Facebook.
There you go, look.
We're done.
Get the worried, back at van.
We're done.
Go on.
We're done.
Go on.
We're done.
Enjoy it. You watch this going all over Facebook's in the back of his dad's van. Cheating on me, his wife for 17 years, but last New Year with some bag.
No, it's not right.
No, go on, carry on. You want a show, you can have a show.
All right, it's over. It's over.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What's over? You and her. This is going on Facebook. You watch.
Put the phone on.
No.
You've got
No.
the phone.
No. No.
The kids are in that car.
So, yeah, exactly. Your kids are in that car. Our kids are in that car.
Can you just put the phone away?
No.
please?
You need to pull your pants up.
How embarrassing.
Good
She sounds
Lord.
like baby reindeer.
Wow, she does.
Must be a part of England where they speak like that because that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that, man? That's so
Wild.
crazy.
It's sad,
It's just sad
actually.
that the kids are right there.
Yeah.
Time and place.
Well, that's
right?
going to be a problem later, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get an update on Kyle's New Year's resolution.
Woohoo!
Right? Like, who's talking about New Year's resolutions right now? Me.
Right.
Me.
Right.
I am. Because I have not dropped my New Year's resolution. In fact, I think I'm kicking its butt.
Yeah.
So remember how I shared with you my main resolution was decluttering. Like decluttering the main areas of my house that just drive me insane. So I started off with a list and I took one area of the house for each month of the year. Just because it's very overwhelming if you didn't do that. So January, I focused on my closet. I did that. February, my little craft area. And March, the goal was our garage, which was a big, giant task.
Yeah, that sounds like that's way cluttered.
Guess what, Richard?
What?
It's not anymore.
Already?
Check it off the list. It's
Already?
the first week of March, and I am done.
Really?
Okay, so do you give yourself the break for the rest of the month of March and then you go into May? Or are you going to start on your May tasks now?
There's a month in
Or
the middle
like a
there.
couple-
I wouldn't skip April, but yeah.
Oh, sorry,
No,
April.
that's okay. I knew what you're
Yeah.
talking about. But I think, no. I think I'm going to stick with it. One a month. It's
Okay.
doable, and I feel like I'm on a roll. So I'm going to just say I'm good for now the month of March. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the year because now every time I get home and I drive into my garage, it's all clean and organized.
It's kind of
Does it-
amazing.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, you guys, this is the best New Year's resolution ever because it's March and I'm still rolling on it.
I thought Peyton was going to be like, no, well, in my family, we don't do resolutions in April. What?
Oh, just because I missed the month of April?
Right. Because I thought that was oh my, that must be just a gimme in her family. Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
April's
like
off
my
limits.
brain is still loading this morning. I'm still on my first cup of coffee, so please bear with
It's
me.
okay. I knew what you meant.
What room has been the hardest so far? Or
My
what
closet.
area? Oh, so once you
I think
kick
that's
that,
why I picked it first,
Yeah.
because it was the most overwhelming and it needed the most decluttering.
I don't know how you do that without help because, to me, if you live there, then you're used to the chaos. You need somebody else to come in and go, this is ridiculous. Move all this over here.
But I did like the Marie Kondo where I literally took every hanger off, every hanger off of the hanger thing, whatever holds them. And I was like, does this bring me joy? And if not, it was gone.
You know, along those lines, so my garage is a mess and my closet is a mess. And I think I told you guys yesterday, I took all these hoodies out of the trunk of my car. I was counting them yesterday because they were piled up in the garage. And I stopped counting at 30. There were 30 of them piled up, right? And so I cut the pile in half and I moved it. And then I thought to myself, I remember back in the day when Kurt Warner was on Dancing with the Stars, I was at his house one time and these people came for his wardrobe. They're like, what do you think about this? And they wheeled in, and I've seen it now in TV shows. It's like a portable closet hanger. You ever seen that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I thought I should get one of those and put it in my closet because I put it in my garage because the hoodies that I have, I wear because it's cold outside and it's cold in here. But when I leave, it's not cold, right? So I thought, what if I just had the hanging thing in my garage? So I said to my wife last night, I give her this whole explanation. She goes, what are we, the Clampets? The Clampets are like, the Beverly Hillbillies, like these hillbillies. I didn't know that was a hillbilly. I thought that was functional.
Yeah.
But she was all against it, and I was kind of bummed out about it.
Really?
It's a great thing.
You
Yeah.
can go on Amazon and get one of those for like $20.
I didn't say it was hard to get.
Yeah,
Don't know
but
if she's gonna not like it in our garage.
Do you guys have those cupboards in your garage, like on the walls?
Yeah.
Maybe if you clear out one of those cupboards and then put a hanging rack up there, you can just use it so it's tucked away.
Yeah.
So it actually looks like a closet.
Wait a
It's
minute.
not
There
just
might be a hanging
That's
rack in
genius.
there
There
already.
probably is, yeah.
Done.
I gotta open those doors. Wait a tick. Well, when you said who's talking about resolutions, well, check this out. I still am because mine is 10,000 steps a day. So
And you're still doing it every day. Have you ever missed a day yet?
Well, when I first started this resolution about 10,000 steps a day, my thought was, I'm going to have one day, it would be Sunday, where if I don't hit 10,000 steps, it's okay. Right?
I think giving yourself one day
Sure.
of grace is perfectly
So my goal is 6 days a week to get at least 10,000 steps. But what happened was one of the first Sundays, just all by itself on its own, I hit 10,000 steps on Sunday. And I was like, dang. So now I've never gone below 10,000 steps. So even though I allow myself the day to not get 10,000 steps, I've been crushing it ever since. Not crushing it.
Well, that's pretty
yesterday, I was
amazing.
like at 10,200 steps.
I think reaching your goal should be considered crushing.
For sure.
But then, so it's 6 days. I've been hitting 7 days, and then I still have that one resolution from 2 years ago where I never turned down water, and that's really frustrating.
What do you mean? How is that
People offer me
frustrating?
water all the time,
But you carry around a big giant jug of water.
which is
and you
why I
still
want to say
accept
no.
the water?
Yes.
Like, do they just hold
I'm
you
holding
water?
my water, and someone goes, "Do you like some water?" I'm like, "No, thanks." And I go, "Oh, yes."
And then you just take the water bottle and put it in your water bottle.
No, I just chug theirs right in front of me. I just chug it as
Because
fast
you
as
want
I
to
can.
show that you appreciate them getting you water.
Well, actually, it's nothing with them. It's just with my stupid resolution I made. It's very,
commitment.
very, very difficult. By the way, I got to tell you something that happened in my house yesterday, and I think of Kyle because I know Kyle's done this, and I don't know if Peyton's done this or not. But yesterday, we're eating dinner. It's my son Dutch, it's my wife Blake, and my oldest son Jake. And Dutch says casually to his mom. Now, Dutch somehow has access to credit cards and Venmo and all this stuff. Dutch says to Blake, by the way, you're going to see a $900 deduction in your Venmo account.
Oh.
But don't worry, it's going to be paid back very soon. Just don't get alarmed. She's like, what are you talking about? So it's his spring break next week, and he's going somewhere with some friends. And apparently, he didn't tell his mom this. He told me this, and I actually said, if you're going to do this, don't tell your mom. But he's going skydiving.
How fun!
Right? How fun. My wife went through the roof.
I
I'm
bet.
sure.
Oh, because she'd be so worried.
Worried, and also, I'm not going to pay for the skydiving thing. Like, I
Right.
don't want you to go sky. I said, if you're going to go skydiving, don't tell us about it. Just send us the picture after you do it.
Right.
And I
That's
said-
what I did with my parents
That's what
when
you
I
did.
went skydiving. It's like I didn't tell either one of my parents. I called them right afterwards. I was like, guess what I just did?
That's what
and
I
they
did.
were both really mad,
Yeah.
but excited that I was still alive.
You did it. You did it. Now you'll never
Yeah.
do it again.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want to come with us? I was like, no, I don't. He goes, why not? And I said, because I know for a fact I weigh too much. I don't know if I do, but I'm just going to go with that. There was a point in my life where I was willing to jump out of an airplane to do it, but not anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. But anyway, so she's through the roof. You can't go skydiving and all this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, I told you, don't tell her. So, and then I said, or she can read about it in the news.
Oh, no.
So then they start doing all these. Then my Jake and Dutch and Blake start Googling. That's only 10 people a year die on skydiving.
That seems like a lot.
Only 10.
It does seem kind of like a lot.
I guess that's not a lot. I mean, you think about how many people die in car accidents, how many people die in other things.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you're voluntary jumping out of an airplane. Like
Right.
I don't know if I would ever really want to go skydiving. I don't know if that's something that would ever interest me. Maybe if I was at like a really low point in my life and I needed to feel alive again, maybe I would jump out.
Well,
of the plane.
I made up this theory years ago. This is just my own theory, that if you can skydive, if you can jump out of an airplane, and when you land safely, I think there's nothing in your life you can't do. That's what I
actually
think.
fair.
That's what I think.
If you got the cojones to pull that off,
You can do anything.
walking into a meeting's not going to mess
You
you,
can
up.
get up on stage and talk. You can
that's
go
true.
and fall in front of people. You can do whatever.
That's true.
Whatever.
Jumped out of a perfectly good plane.
And that's you, Kyle.
I'll tell you, it was honestly probably the biggest rush I ever felt.
Really?
That's what I figured.
Yeah. I will say this. Like, if you are considering going, wear something over your nose because the air's really cold up there. It was like, that was all I could think about. Right when we jumped out of the plane, the cold air going in my nose, I'm like, it's freezing. I don't know. Like, and I wasn't even
You're not
focused
even
on
worried
falling
about
out of the air.
You're like, oh, my nose. Do you have... Tell the guy behind you. Do you have some sort of a scarf or something? My nose is cold. And then you land.
Yeah. But it was awesome.
I told my son Jake, because Jake was like, I want to go, but his spring break is different. His spring break is the week after. And I go, look, play your cards right, or whatever happens, you might be an only child.
What happened to Kemp?
Kemp's going with him.
Oh, he is?
They're both going.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
They're both going, yeah.
So not only did he Dutch tell on himself, but he also told on Kemp.
Yeah, so Blake calls Kemp on speakerphone and says, what is this, you guys are going skydiving? And he goes, oh, that stupid kid. All right, now, though, we're going to get to some entertainment news. I keep hearing about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, and I think it's a paparazzi ploy. But what do you think?
I hope it's not. Because Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, they've got kids together. They broke up. He had substance abuse problems, which was the main reason what ended their relationship. But through all the drama, through all the new relationships in between, they have remained really incredible co-parents. Like, they've showed up to the games together. They've showed up to the events together, and they've made nice for the kids. And that's something that I feel like I've completely respected. Now, lately, after his latest breakup with Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck has been seen hanging out with Jennifer Garner and like with the kids and without the kids. And I'm kind of like, I'm for it. Like, I think if they could realize that all that stuff in between was to get them to the point where they need to be now, and then they end up together, I think that would be such a beautiful thing. So the rumor is they are exploring that once again, but obviously it's just a rumor at this point.
So speaking of kids, Casey Anthony's back in the news. Did you get my DM? I sent you this yesterday. You were the first person I thought of. I sent you this yesterday. Casey Anthony, remember, she was famous for what?
Allegedly killing her child.
Right.
Yeah. She actually launched a TikTok. And in that first post, she made it very clear that she isn't just launching a TikTok. She's relaunching herself to the world.
I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself.
She intends on assisting individuals facing legal challenges and sharing her insights on related topics. She says she's been in the legal field since 2011, so she gets it. She gets why people may have that wall up with her, and that's what she's going to address at first, getting the elephant out of the room.
She sounds like a sociopath when she talks.
Well,
she's so
because she
disconnected.
is a sociopath. When I saw Casey Anthony pop up on my TikTok feed, I seriously had to do a double check. I was like, is this seriously Casey Anthony on my TikTok right now? And I sat there and I was like, last time she came on the internet, she got ran out, and I'm 100% sure she's going to be on her way out soon because people do not like her, and we absolutely dropped the ball on that case.
Well, did you guys catch, it's like, my daughter is Kaylee Anthony? It's like, she, You killed her.
And she dismissed the whole thing.
And so
blew right past it.
After I saw that TikTok video too, of course, everybody's going back and rediscovering all the files, all of this stuff. So now there's all these TikToks of Casey Anthony and Kaylee Anthony, and it's heartbreaking.
It's kind of like
so hard to watch.
That's great for you for rebuilding your life, and like people can be rehabilitated and whatever, but I don't think the public needs to hear from you in that fashion.
We don't want to hear from you, Casey
I don't think
Anthony.
the public needs you as an influencer.
Go back to the hole you came from, please.
Speaking of the public, what's going on with Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things?
This is wild, and I feel really bad for her. If you've seen Millie Bobby Brown lately, she looks different than when she was on Stranger Things. She's also 10 years older. Right. She's seen a lot of different articles that have criticized and broken her down and completely trashed what she looks like, and she's had it. And so she posted this long, I think it was almost a 3-minute video slamming the media and slamming people who have posted these stories about her.
This isn't journalism. This is bullying. The fact that adult writers are spending their time dissecting my face, my body, my choices is disturbing. And the fact that some of these articles are written by women makes it even worse. I refuse to apologize for growing up. I refuse to make myself smaller to fit the unrealistic expectations of people who can't handle seeing a girl become a woman. I will not be shamed for how I look, how I dress, or how I present myself.
How does she look? Are they talking about?
She looks older. I mean, she looks like she's 20.
Yeah,
right, but the pictures I saw that I thought she was. I thought it was for a movie role where she looks like someone's aunt. Have you seen the memes?
Well, that's what they've been talking to her about. They called it her mom makeover or something like that.
I thought it was for a movie.
No, she's just, that girl
just hanging out.
That woman is married. She has a life. We need to get off Millie Bobby Brown's back. But also, who's the actress that isn't wearing any makeup right now?
Pamela Anderson.
Okay, Pamela Anderson, and they're doing compare and contrast from Pamela Anderson to what's her name?
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown, and they're taking the comments, and both of the comments are Pamela Anderson is aging like milk, and then it's the same comment for Millie Bobby Brown. And it's you either don't wear the makeup and you're getting slammed for not wearing the makeup, or you do wear the makeup and you're getting slammed for wearing the makeup. We never win here.
Yeah, and I think part of the beginning of what she said in her post was everyone, for some reason, whatever reason, expects me to continue and always look like what I looked like when I was introduced to the world as a child. Right. And I'm not a kid anymore. And people actually do morph as they get older, and we shouldn't be so harsh on that.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if she still looked like 11 from Stranger Things, people would be grow up, girl, it's time to give it up.
You can't win.
Yeah, you can't win.